Racing Podcast. It's the ultimate ride where the rubber meets the road and the spots fly wide. From wrecks and wins to what's going online, we cover it all every moment in time. Fights in the pits or a hero's last stand. If it happened at the track, you'll hear it firsthand. Tune in and buckle up tight, cause the Bench Racing Podcast is your fun night.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Bench Racing Podcast, presented by Beth Straczynski, Michael Olson, and myself, Derek Crane, where the talk is fast, the drama is real, and it's all about the local racing. Proudly sponsored by Finn and Louie's Pizzeria, DirtX Industries, and Sprecker's Brewery. So start your engine, boys and girls. It's showtime. We have a packed episode, full 10 classes starting at 7 with a hard curfew at 10. Like, we're going to try to get this all in today, whatever time you're listening to this. Thoughts on Beaver Dam closing and the Facebook comments, because that is priceless. Even a track closed, and yet the haters still come out and comment. So we'll be going through those. Our thoughts on the Wing 604s, Wilmot sprint cars going to the American Racer tires. How we deal with haters, because I feel like lately there's been a lot of comments and stuff and messages, so we'll be talking about that. And then the main topic is Rate It, classes and seasons of 2025. So we have all 6 classes, and we're all three going to pick 3 drivers that we think their season was overrated, rated, and underrated, just because I feel like that's one of the best games and topics that we can do right now when there's really no racing at Wilmot until May. And then we're going to break out a new game called Hot Sauce. So we cannot wait for that. But we are going to start, just like every episode, with how our weekends were. Beth, how was your weekend?
My weekend was fun. Since Ralph was in the top 10 points for the Wisconsin Wingless Championship, we don't have to do anything pretty much all night until a little hot lap session and the A-main. So I hung out with Lauren and helped take care of Cooper and Charlotte. And then Ralph, so he came in from the hot lap session and he was like, "Oh, the car's not tight enough. We need it tighter." I'm like, It looked good how it was, but I'm like, okay, whatever you say. We raised the nose, did some things. Comes back in, the car was too tight.
You did it wrong, Beth. You tightened the car up too much.
I go, okay. So we started like 6th, but then we went back to 8th. But
okay.
It was a fun night.
Yeah, I did see that he had lap time wise, he was the fastest car on track in the feature.
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then my brother was in town with Joel.
Okay.
So we had some family come up and watch us.
Very nice.
It was the closest I ever was to going into the infield. Then Alec was like, "Oh no, you guys don't need to come." So me and Joel's girlfriend just went back to the trailer, and it's like, wow.
So close, but yet so far. So far. Michael, how was your weekend?
Well, I did something a little bit different this weekend. This week I went back to my Fender car roots. I went up to 141 with Brandon and Murtis for their fall classic. We were there from Thursday night through Sunday morning. Thursday just being practice, and then raced Friday. He ran second in his heat, made the redraw. Redrew in 9 out of 10, so he had a little bit of CJ luck on that one.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, got up to 6th. Probably had another couple spots in him, but restarts, he just got stuck in the wrong lane, had to fight back to where he was, and then he made a really good move, picked off a couple cars, and a caution came out right away, so he lost those spots again. Probably had a solid 4th or 5th place car that night. And then Saturday, he won the heat, made the redraw again, and lo and behold, drew the 9 again. But Saturday was a very different animal. He went 9th to 3rd in like 6 laps. Was able to pick off Courtney Atkinson for 2nd, and caution came out with 6 to go, and we thought that he was going to get it done. he was the fastest car on the track, and they went green. He just missed his mark the first few laps after green and allowed the leader to get away, and didn't have enough time to run him back down. He closed the gap every lap after those first couple, but just didn't have enough time to get back to him. So I still overall, there was 58 cars there, 58 street stocks each night. 9th to 6th one night, 9th to 2nd. Heat win, heat second. That's a really good weekend. So a lot of fun. If you can hear my voice here, I'm pretty congested and sound like Beth.
A little raspy.
Yeah, that's a mix between a really good band, some really good liquid courage, and a little bit of a cold. But all in all, it was a really good time, and I don't miss that weekend for anything. So
seriously. Funny enough, David McKelps was asking me about that weekend ish a little bit, and we were going to Kentucky. Otherwise, if I wasn't racing, I was going up there. Whether I was to crew, to party, to drive, didn't care. I'm going up there. I haven't been.
No matter what.
What's up?
You're gonna party no matter what at one
Oh,
point.
absolutely.
Heck yeah.
You don't even go there for the race. You go there for the party.
And a race breaks out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have not been to a true Fender car fall classic or like a special of anything. That is on my bucket list to do in 2026 because it sounds like a blast. My weekend was not eventful at all. It was really uneventful. We just drove 8 hours down to Kentucky. The weekend before at Circle City, the fuel pump went bad. We borrowed one from Harley Burns, bought it off of them after the feature because it worked and the thing was awesome. So we thought we had all our fuel issues fixed, but then we went out for qualifying on Friday and the pickup line got stuck to the bladder. So we did not qualify. Then started 6th in the heat, got to 2nd. It was 3 heats, so top 2 cars redraw. That was the hardest driving I've ever done in a heat race because 3rd to 2nd is going to change your night. And then the American Sprint Car Tour started with something new, which is amazing with the redraw. Drivers don't pick. You just pick the kid, and the kids pick the Frisbee. So that was pretty
You
cool.
yanked that Frisbee out of that poor kid's hand.
Okay, hang on. That was the 2nd night. Heck yeah, I did. I was like, that can't be a 1. So the first night, Aiden pulled a 1. So thank you, Aiden. And Mike Moore pulled a 2. And he's one of the fast guys there and led all 25 laps, flag to flag. Thing was engine was kind of not sounding right. I thought it was just fat, but then we partied, of course. Kentucky bourbon, whiskey, moonshine, all that stuff was coming out. And then did our maintenance in the morning, and we found a broken spark plug. So then we fixed that. And then I went with the wrong tire in the heat race. Qualified 3rd, went with the wrong tire in the heat race, went to a hard tire because I wanted to try it for the 3-lap feature, but I wasn't that sure if I wanted to commit to it just yet. Glad I didn't because the car felt not good. But finished 2nd, got the redraw, and then that's when I yanked that Frisbee out of the kid's hand, Isaac. So shout out to Isaac for pulling the number 1. And that one was a lot more interesting. Halfway through, Anthony Lohr ran the bottom like a boss. Came out of nowhere. Never even heard him. Just went by. So raced him, was prepared to junk it. Didn't, thank goodness. Won the 2nd night. Partied some more. And yeah, it was a really good weekend. And shout out to all the Kentucky fans that follow and that are now following this podcast too. So thank you. Appreciate it. Have to do something more special next year for the Kentucky fans because Wilmot Raceway is a little far for them. So yeah. So that's our weekends. And so now let's go into our first topic here. Our thoughts on Beaver Dam Raceway closing. We have some comments too with the post with the gold minivan, but we'll hit our initial thoughts first. Beth.
I think it's sad. Obviously, it's going to be sad in general just to see a track going away. But I think the track had a lot of good programs for the youth and getting the youth into racing, and it holds a lot of memories for me personally. My parents' first date was at Beaver Dam, so it's sad to see it go, and then just so many memories with all my family there. So I don't know. I have some hope that it's going to be brought back.
Okay.
I have a little bit of hope. Not a lot, but
I mean, there's always hope, right?
yeah.
Even when they're like, it's for sure not coming back, you're like, there's still 1% hope.
Yeah.
It actually might come back. Michael, I think you have the most history there.
Yeah. I'll start it off with the sentimental part of it, and then I'll yank this bus right around and get us a little bit excited. Yeah, I mean, I ran there a lot. Not as much as I would have liked to, because honestly, I think it's, in my opinion, easily top 3, if not the best facility in the state of Wisconsin. Over the course of time, just the way everything is. I mean, the grandstands suck, yeah, but everything other than that, it's just like, it's a cool track. Like,
yeah,
so cool. The pits are massive. They have a huge tech shed. Like, food is good priced. The food is good tasting. Like, everything about the place just rocks. You can go in there. You can get, on a weekly race, and you get a cooler with a 6-pack of beer in it for $20. So not only do you get a 6-pack of beer for $20, but you get a cooler with ice in it that you get to keep. Like, everything about the place is cool. However, on our off week, we didn't talk about our weekends prior to this last weekend.
Yeah.
I went with Brandon. We raced at Beaver Dam, and we got a lot of intel, and we did find out that it is not getting torn down.
Ooh.
Add applause soundbite here.
A contractor leased the property, the track property, and the 51 acres of farmland around it for a construction project on the other side of the interstate, for 3 years, for a metric ton of money a month. And they don't even want to use the property the racetrack's on. They're going to use the farmland, and all it is just going to be staging for the other side of the interstate. So all the, job trailers, equipment, this, that, and the next thing will just be staged on the 51 acres of farmland. We found out that the city of Beaver Dam does not. It would cost way too much money to run the water and the sewer and the electricity to that side of the interstate to turn that into any kind of development. So the city of Beaver Dam doesn't want the track to go anywhere.
That's really good.
Right.
That's really good.
Worst case scenario, we're probably looking 3 years, and then hopefully the economy is a little bit different. Somebody comes in and says, I'll buy the place, or I'll lease the place, I'll rent the place, and it becomes a racetrack again. Best case scenario, because this contractor does not want to hinder the racetrack property itself, there is the possibility. I haven't heard if there's any potential takers on this, but there's a possibility that they could sublease the racetrack property to somebody who's interested to run racing.
Yeah, which would then help him pay his lease.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like this. Okay, that's really good. Okay.
But if none of that were to happen, and in 3 years it does get sold to some developer that has tens of millions, which is the number that we were told it would take to run the sewer and electricity to the other side of the interstate. If there was a developer that came in and wanted to do it, it would really suck to see it go.
Yep. Mine, it's one of the good tracks, the best tracks. Even to roll the bottom there, you're carrying a ton of speed on entry and through center. It's actually the first place that I've ever won anything on the top. Won a heat race up there, ripping the top back in 2019. So I'm sad to see it closing, but now there's a little bit of hope, and Beth has a little bit more hope now. It went from 1% probably to like 5% now. Hope that's sticking around. And yeah, even last year when I didn't travel to any of the IRA races, I just stuck to Wilmot. There was one track that I traveled to in 2024, and that was Beaver Dam because it's a bad fast track. So, yeah, I guess if I had my like downsides to it, grandstand side stands suck, and then the boulders in the pit. Other than that, all the rocks in them that freaking twist your ankle if you're not watching.
Yeah.
Those two things are like the only downside I could say about Beaver Dam.
So actually, last year, oh my god, I almost ate, like, it was bad. You can edit it out. I was not gonna say it, but you edit it out.
Go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
I was just walking along, and I forgot how the pits are there because it was a while since I've been there, and I like rolled my ankle because I don't have full stability in my ankle. It's broken, it's cracked all over, and I go straight forward. I'm like, oh my god! I'm in front of our toter, and I'm just like holding onto the ground. And I'm like, what the just happened?
Oh man! Well, what I was gonna say before Beth told us that fascinating story was the drive's even nice to Beaver Dam. Like it's straight up 94, 33. Take that out. Super easy to get to. Another thing that's really the other thing that's really nice about Beaver Dam is that it is privately owned. This is the downside of a privately owned track, but it's privately owned. Not anything against fair boards and counties owning a track, but it's just that it just has a different feel when you come in when it's privately owned versus a fair board owned. So, all right, now go ahead, Beth.
Well, this year when I was going up for the Outlaw show with my dad, you had to take like this insane detour.
Yep.
Through like the ghetto of Milwaukee, like there's gunshots happening while we're driving through there. We're like, is it really this worth it to go to Beaver Dam for like one of their last races? Like,
that's the question I ask myself every day driving to work.
Like, is this worth it? It was horrible.
Maybe Tater was in front of you.
See, I can go on the opposite side of the spectrum. So I'm so far west that
just go north.
Going up, we like to go out through Lake Geneva on 12, and you go through the Kettle Moraine Forest, and it's so beautiful. But you don't want to go that way coming home because the deer are awful.
Oh dear.
But it's so much shorter. Like from my house, I can get to Beaver Dam if I go that way in like an hour and 25 minutes.
Jeez.
But if I go take the interstate back, it's like an hour 50.
Oof. Yeah, that's enough. Well, that's right there where you're like, so do I just want to drive and have to worry about one deer all the way home in the fall, or do I want to save 30 minutes and have to be up on the wheel driving? And it's always different too when you got your car versus a trailer towing.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, comment below what your thoughts are wherever you're listening and your thoughts about Beaver Dam closing. But of course, we can't have anything closing or active racetrack wise without some Facebook drama. So September 28th, Beaver Dam Raceway posted this, and this is gold. Like this is literally gold. The gold minivan that was just at the racetrack. Please come back and get your parts that you left behind, or parts that you've left, and you did not have permission to take the sign. So of course, Facebook being Facebook, people read that and was just like, cool, yeah, we won't comment anything. Nope. 160 comments. This is 2 days after. But yeah, we'll start with Michael. What was your favorite response to that?
Well, my favorite thread is gone now. Somebody deleted it.
Which one was it?
I'm going to name drop him. I don't know the guy. He probably has never heard of this podcast. Probably doesn't know me. But Ty Grimes, you are a piece of shit. Like, an absolute POS. This dude got on there and he was defending the guy that broke into private property.
Ooh.
Basically littered his car parts there and stole the sign. Like, And then it came. Somebody posted a picture of his profile picture, and there was a gold A-pillar.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I did see that one.
I think we might have found our culprit.
Yeah.
But
Is it Ty Grimes?
Yeah, Ty Grimes.
Oh yeah, he's tagged in a few of these that are still up.
Look at the mutual friend.
Oh no, I don't want to look at mutual friends. I should add him, but yeah, yeah, it's just crazy because some of them. Okay, so like for instance, we got some people talking about Menards going there or whatever, and that only gets like 4 replies. And someone posted, "What's wrong with people?" And there's 65 replies to that one.
I also want to. I'll name drop another one. Todd Teletsky, you're a piece of shit too. His comment says, "Well, I mean, you have to be able to read Spanglish or whatever the hell this is." But it says, "Matter. Track closed. You made your money bags off the track, except for not protecting drivers from being killed. 3 was enough."
That was my favorite one. Not my favorite one, but the one I wanted to touch on.
Like, what?
Where do you see that one?
Yeah, that's the one. I'm trying to find it right now. I think it's in the What's Wrong with People.
I see it.
Nope. If you filter it to all comments, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 one down. 25 replies to it. Beaver Dan, the track replies perfectly. He says, "We could say something professional and correct in response to this. However, you're a moron. We don't have time for that kind of effort with people like you."
Yep, that's it. There it is. Yep, I love the reply. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, that's the one that I wanted to bring up. Matter, track closed. You made your money bags off the track, except for not protecting drivers from being killed. 3 was enough. First of all, if you really think that drivers, especially sprint car drivers, are getting into their cars thinking, "Yep, there's 100% chance that I'm going to get out of this car alive with no injury," you are wrong. 100% wrong. That's why in racing, especially sprint car racing, it's not if, it's when you're going to flip. You just hope it's not the big one.
Exactly.
So, and honestly, I know Ashley's going to hate hearing this, but if I had to, if someone was like, "Okay, you're going to die, you get to pick the way you get to die," and it's an unknown date, unknown time, whatever, on the racetrack,
100%.
Like, as long as no one else gets hurt or killed, like, yeah, 100%. Like, I would rather die doing something that I love. And in reality, even as a race car driver, maybe a half second before it happens, this is going to hurt. And then after that, you're done. So yeah, that's the one I wanted to bring up. And Beaver Dam, I applaud you for your response, because exactly 73 likes. Let's go.
Kind of touching on what you just said, I always go back to the Paul Walker comment or quote where he said, "If one day the speed kills me, don't cry because I was smiling."
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Beth, did you have any?
I mean, you guys touched all my points, so.
Okay. Yeah.
I do just like to mention how the Ty Grimes dude, you cannot tell me that dude does not go bust to nuts with men.
Oh, Beth. Oh.
Yep. We're canceled. It was nice knowing y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Catch us with a different podcast name from now on.
Yep. Yep, this new podcast is presented by Beth Olson, Michael Crane, and Derek Straczynski. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh.
I don't like Beth Olson. Let's not go with that one.
Well, what I was going to do was swap your 2 names and be like, wait, I'm still Derek Crane. I would just move everyone one.
I'm uncomfortable now.
Yeah. Oh, let's bring this one back. Here's a response to Todd. You are a special kind of stupid. Yeah. And
you left out the first part of that one that said, "You, sir, must have sniffed glue when you were a child."
Oh, yep.
His mom must have been on Tylenol when she had him.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
yeah, that's the new hot topic.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, Todd got a couple of responses. He's hot on this one. Your
I'm
comments are
trying
the
to find
reason why
this
the
photo
tracks-
of this dude's car. You cannot tell me that's not gay.
Jesus.
It's the heart. It's the heart on his profile picture. Oh my goodness. Oh man. All right, let's move on before we really get canceled.
One more.
Okay.
Plain and simple, your mom should have swallowed you.
Burn.
Gary Schultz, you're my idol. I'm heart reacting that one right now.
Right now. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yeah, there's a couple serious ones there, like call the cops, trespassed, vandalized, littered, prosecute to the fullest extent of the law. They got cameras. There was another good one that said, I don't have it up right now, but it was along the lines of like, hey, if you're closing, like, can you auction off some memorabilia? Like, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But now with the news that Michael said, I'm pretty sure they're going to try to leave it as much as possible without taking stuff. So, yeah. All right, we're going to take our first ad break. And on the other side, we're going to make our opinions on the Wing 604s at Wilmot Raceway going to AR tires, American Racer tires. I'm really excited to be running Dirt X Industry Parts this year. And just a reminder that you could be a part of something awesome by subscribing to dirtxind.com. Not only will we be running their top quality products, but you can directly support our team by subscribing at www.dirtxind.us. Subscriptions are just $5 or $10 a month and come with awesome perks like discounts on parts and merch. Entries to win thousands of dollars in prizes every month. When subscribing, be sure to enter DCR in the coupon box or notes. This helps us gain even more support from DirtX Industries throughout the year. Every subscription helps Crane Racing stay on the road and at the track each week. There is no limit. Anyone can subscribe and make a difference. Thanks for your continued support. See you at the track. Now back to the episode. All right, welcome back to the Bench Racing Podcast. Now we are talking Wing 604s going to the American Racer tires. I should have been, Beth was giving, again, that amazing story during the ad break. That's what I should have been doing. But what was your initial opinion when you saw the news drop last week? We'll start with Michael this time.
I don't know. I'm still in the middle. Like, I like it, but I don't. The cost aspect of it is nice, obviously. The lower inability to obtain takeoffs, not so good. There's a lot more sprint cars that run Hoosiers than there are American racers, especially in this general area. I don't know. I'm in the middle. Like, I see people's comments defending it or applauding it, and I agree with them. But then I also see people's comments that are against it, and I agree with those too. So maybe I think it's hard to have a real, true, strong opinion on it because I'm not footing the bill for tires or need to supply tires for my own car or anything. But yeah, I'm very in the middle on it.
Okay. Yeah, so the initial press release was attention Wing 604 teams. This was on September 17th. In light of rising tire costs and trying to keep this an affordable entry-level class, we have made a decision to switch to American Racer tires for 2026. Please watch for Facebook for more details in the coming weeks. There will be a grace period for a minimum of the 2026 season with those who have Hoosiers. Sorry. Caffeine's kicking in. Skipping my words. So that's Michael's opinion there, which I could I could argue both sides, and I'm probably more along the lines of Michael. Like I could see why it's good, why it's bad. Beth, what was your opinion before I make my final opinion on it?
Okay, so my opinion on it, I think it wasn't the smartest decision. I know that a lot of teams were pushing towards an open tire rule, and I think that it would have been smarter because if they want to keep the series affordable, they would keep it to where they could still use their old tires. Not saying that they did say they have a grace period, but there's people, for instance, let's say Tom Eller, have a whole storage box, like one of those shipping containers, full of Hoosier tires. And if say he was running the Wing 604, it would do no good. And even with the grace period, you're going to have to spend the amount of money to get new tires anyways, because there's not enough takeoffs when it comes to MSA guys. And I just don't think it's smart. They want to keep the series affordable. They would have done an open tire rule.
Yeah, I guess that's the way that I would do it. But I think that you brought up a good opinion. I would have done 2026 is open with 2027 going to American Racer.
Yes, I think.
Which is essentially what they did.
But
is it though? Because it says that there's a grace period for 2026. It says for a minimum. Yeah, minimum. Which I don't get for a minimum of the 2026 season.
So it'll be at least 2026 will be open.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
At least.
Okay. All right, yeah.
I think it would be smart.
I'd have worded it different.
Or overall, just have an open tire rule, because if they want to keep it affordable, then not just with the open tire rule, because American racers are shown to be harder compounds no matter what than Hoosier. It will be way more side-by-side racing. And yes, the racing will be better, but say you want a softer compound, you don't have as much options as you would with Hoosier as you would with American Racer.
Yeah. Because we're on American Racer. The MC1 that's like frickin', you'll be in 25 laps, 30 laps, 50 laps. I think it's going to be shot. The MC2 that we're running, it's got, over 100 laps on it. It holds up really well. The MC3 is hard, and those still have the tire nipples on them still, and they got 2 features on them. So I think, okay, so if they went open tire, this is not a discussion. It's great, good. Those that want to run American Racers can run American Racers. Those that want to run Hoosier can run Hoosier. And the also positive thing to that is the people that want to go race with MSA when the Wing 604 cars aren't running, they just go to American Racers. They can run there.
Well, the MSA, if you race at Plymouth, you have a grace period of 2 races that you can run Hoosiers. Only at Plymouth, though.
Yeah. So if going into, let's say, 26 or 27, I'm like, or CJ's like, I want to race my Wing 604, and I also want to run Plymouth with the Wing 604. He would probably just buy American Racers because then he's legal. And the people, I'm just throwing out names here. Like Ian Steer's like, no, I just want to stick close to home. Well, he can still be on Hoosiers. I do feel like the American Racers hold up better as a tire, but that's just that's my semi-professional race car driver opinion right there. Because I've had a Hoosier delaminate and I've not had an American Racer issue yet. So, yeah. Now, if we take out the MSA and all of that, I think if they went to the MC, if we're taking this as what they mean in light of the rising tire costs, make a spec tire the MC3. That thing is hard. You can run probably a whole season on it, and you'll be fine. And then that way you only need 1 or 2 tires, one for work area if it's a flat, and you're good.
Right.
But will that happen? I'm pretty sure it's going to be an open MC1, MC2, MC3, which then you're forcing drivers to have to buy 3 compounds if they want to run up front, because track it's abrasive, put the MC3 on. Track is wet, and it's smooth and it's not abrasive, put the MC1 on. But now you got guys going back and forth and all that stuff. The wingless is the H15 is the tire that most people run. We were on the medium last year, so we did go to a harder tire. So there's still options out there, even in the wingless. But yeah, I think it's a good decision with the rising cost, but the takeoffs, now people have to drive up to Plymouth or make a weekly meetup to buy tires. So I'll be interested to see how that works. If that's smoothed out pretty well, it's a really good decision. If that doesn't happen and you're forcing guys to buy new ones, you know, I mean, you can buy four rear American Racers for the price of 3 Hoosiers. So, I mean, it's cheaper, yes, but we'll see how that works out. Comment below what you think of the American Racer decision. And now we'll get into our main topic here. I don't know if we're going to have time for the hater stuff. That one might be next week with Beth.
Wait, dude, I have my whole outline already done for next week.
No freaking way.
Podcast. Huh?
No way.
For next podcast?
And I have a game made.
Oh, boy.
I don't think you guys realize I am on my
Okay, I like that.
Also, how are you going to do this live podcast at 7 if we're on our podcast and it's 6:49? It says it's live.
What's
is it?
live?
Let's talk racing.
Oh. Yeah, that was recorded yesterday.
Oh.
That was recorded yesterday.
Whoops. Okay, continue.
But hey, go check that out if you haven't listened to the Let's Talk Racing podcast from Kentucky. All right, so let's get into our main topic here. Rate it, and we're rating 3 drivers from the 6 core classes. We get to pick which driver we want that we want to discuss. So I'm interested to see who has who. So what we'll do is we'll do Lightning, Wingless, Street Stocks, Mods, Bandits, Wing 604s, and we'll just start with we'll just go through our overrateds, our rated and underrated, and then we can just kind of talk about which one we want to talk about from there. So we'll start with Michael. Who is your overrated, rated, and underrated?
For which class?
Lightning Sprints.
Okay. Underrated, I did Jacob Irwin.
Ooh.
Rated, I did Colin Sivia.
Ooh.
Overrated, it pains me to say this, I did Nick Petska.
Nick Petska, okay. My underrated is Chad Stouthammer. My rated was Mark Heinert. And my overrated, pains me to say, Brian Strain Jr.
Yeah.
Beth, who are your 3?
My underrated is Tucker Richards. My rated is Chad Stouthammer. And then my overrated is Nick Petska.
Nick Petska, okay. We'll talk about the overrated ones because I feel like those are the ones we got to really back up why we put them there. The underrated and rated people are going to be super happy. So I went with Brian Strain Jr. Only because, like, dude's the GOAT. He's an up-and-comer. He puts a whooping on everybody, and he only had 2 wins this year. He should have had more at Wilmot. He's the only multi-winner, but he should have had more. Michael.
I mean, honestly, same thing. You know, Nick Petska has been OG of the Lightning Sprints for how many years now? And, I mean, he ended up 5th in points, got beat by 2 essentially rookies. I mean, Funderburg and Tucker, I don't even think they ran full seasons last year. 2 top 5s out of 5 features.
Yep.
Didn't win a race. I love Nick Petska, but, I mean, that was a big-time down year for him.
Yeah. Which, hey, shout out to him when you can say a big-time down year is 5th.
Yeah.
Beth, Petska, overrated?
Just compared to years previous, just very surprising for how he did.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Comment below your drivers. Always love to hear that. And then any shout-out praise to your drivers that are rated and underrated?
Yeah, I mean, Jacob Irwin, like, I don't think if anybody had him winning 2 races and finishing top 5 in IRA points at the beginning of the year, if they had that on their bingo card, I would have probably told him that the bingo card's a loser.
Mm-hmm.
And he went and proved everybody wrong. So shout out to him. They had a ton of speed in that car every week at the end of the year. And, Colin Sivia, it's Colin Sivia. He's 14, 13, 12.
13, I think he's
13.
13. Yeah.
And I mean, he kind of did what you expected out of a young rookie, and then he even almost pulled off the upset of the season.
Yep. In the race of the season, most definitely.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. I went with Heinert rated because the dude's an OG. He's Mr. Consistent. And if he doesn't win a championship, you probably put him second, and that's where he finished. So that's why I did that. And then obviously Stouthammer too, because he didn't win, but wins the championship just so consistently, not in the spotlight. But at the end of the year, gets all the glory for winning the championship. So that's why I feel like his season was a little underrated. Beth, shout out for your two other drivers.
I only have a shout out for Chad Stouthammer and Tucker.
Okay.
I think that's just self-explanatory.
Okay.
But for Chad Stouthammer, I think that I put him at rated because he didn't win a feature this year at Wilmot. I don't know if he has, but to win a championship and not win a feature, I mean,
yeah,
wow.
Pretty BA. All right, let's move over to wingless now. We'll start with Beth. Who is your overrated, rated, and underrated?
Okay, overrated, I have Seth Johnson. Rated, I have Ralph Johnson. Underrated, I have Tim Cox.
Ooh, okay. Michael, who do you have?
Overrated, I have Seth Johnson. Rated, I have Tim Cox. And underrated, I have Adam Taylor.
Adam Taylor. Ooh. All right. My overrated is Chris Klemko. My rated was Alan Hafford, and my underrated, Mr. Ralph Johnson. I think his season was his speed is underrated because he has no results to back it, but he is pretty fast.
We have our results this year. This year we have our results.
Yeah, we haven't seen Ralph's ceiling yet. Like, we're starting to see it, but like next year
we're gonna clean sweep every single race.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, if Adam Taylor can't do it, what makes you think? Not anything against Ralph Johnson, but come on.
Adam Taylor's a freak.
Yeah, he's 8 wins out of 20 features in this traveling series. Like,
Impressive.
almost 500, almost batting 500. That's crazy. I went with Chris Klemko overrated. Just it really only because of the way he started the season, how he ended the season last year, how he started this season. 2 wins on the bounce, back to back, not dominant, but like very comfortable. And then the rest of the year, I think I was expecting that from him a little bit more throughout the year, but it never happened. So that's why I have Chris Klemko overrated his season. Michael?
I have Seth Johnson because I think everybody overshadows the year he really had by the fact that he passed a bunch of cars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you really think about it, I think Seth Johnson in the crowd that raced Wilmot Week this year, he probably should have ran 8th to 10th every week, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just shows how poor the beginning of their nights were that got them set so far back starting in the feature. That it was, I don't want to say it was easy because it's never easy to pass a bunch of cars. But when you have a car and a driver capable of running with the group that was at Wilmot this year, 8th to 10th every week, and you start 19th, I think you should be expected to be able to drive up to 8th to 10th. To get yourself into that rated or underrated category, finish top 5, win a race, win a heat race. Do something to not put yourself so far behind the 8 ball every single night, and show up to the track with a running car, please.
Yep. Yep. Beth, Seth Johnson overrated for you?
Okay. Personally, I think you've been in the series for a good amount of time. You've been racing stuff for a good amount of time. I think that you should be able to at least pull off a top 10 consistently instead of like once a season. I think that...
Whoa. He had twice. Give him credit.
My bad. I believe that, like, you start in the pole of a heat race. Hold on to your spots. He starts in the pole of a heat race. He goes all the way back. I can't respect it. I can't respect it.
Whoa. throwing the R word around like that. You can't respect. I still respect Seth Johnson. Like I think.
I think he's
very.
Hold on, no.
I'm listening.
I think he's a very cocky driver for his results. I think if you have the results to back it up, I can say this about a bunch of different drivers: Tom Eller, Seth Johnson, Tommy Colburn, just a bunch of different drivers. They're so cocky to the point where they're cocky. Okay, their results don't back it up. Have the results to back it up. Be cocky all you want.
Okay. I still respect Seth Johnson. I don't want to get canceled by the Johnson Motorsports. I enjoy watching Seth Johnson race.
Because it's interesting to see how much he up.
Wow, Beth. No, okay. So Seth Johnson, I think if he got out of his head, he would be a really solid driver. And when I say in his head, it's just people deal with stress different ways. And racing brings out stress.
These are the most cringy shit ever at Plymouth. I drive better when I'm angry. If that's you driving when you're angry, I don't want to see you drive when you're happy.
Michael, do you drive better when you're angry? Seeing red. I
don't know if I want to say better. I drive more carelessly, which in turn usually leads to better because I'm willing to do stuff.
Okay, well, point being, if that's him angry, I don't want to see him happy driving a sprint car.
It would be slower, is what we're trying to say.
It would be pacing.
He's faster than that. Oh, my God. I will not stand by and let you slander like that. Like, come on. Michael at least was like, he knew how to, like, say it without, you're throwing, I don't respect it. No, you should respect every driver, no matter what. But that's your opinion. Everyone has it.
That's like saying you should respect Jordan Madsen. Respect every driver.
I can respect.
You have to respect Jordan Madsen as a driver.
Yeah.
That dude was a
person.
Freaking animal.
Yeah, seriously. Dude, could you imagine Jordan Madsen in his prime versus Adam Taylor? That would be a barn burner of a year.
I just realized I said that dude was a freaking animal.
All right, moving on before we get canceled for the second time this episode. All right, so shout outs. I got Alan Hafford. He is consistently, I feel like, a 4th to 7th driver every week. He had a really good season. And then Ralph Johnson, our game coming up. I don't want to lead too much into it because he is actually one of my things here. So I think Ralph Johnson is on his speed is underrated because the results don't show his true speed. Beth, shout outs for your two. Rated and underrated?
Underrated Tim Cox. The dude's a legend. He's how old?
64. We did that.
Not this topic.
Yeah, 64. You proved your point. She just wanted to prove me wrong again. And then Michael. I almost called you Adam for a second.
Yeah, I mean, Tim Cox rated. He did everything you expect Tim Cox to do. Tim Cox did Tim Cox things. Could you put him in underrated? Absolutely. He won the championship. He drove fast cars every night. He finished stuff. He didn't win a race, but he did everything that when you show up to Wilmot opening night, you could say, Tim Cox is in battle for the championship. He's going to run top 5 almost every night or battle for it. He's going to be on the move every night. He did that. Adam Taylor, I don't think anybody showed up to Wilmot opening night and said, this dude is going to lay frickin' pipe this year. I don't think that was on anybody's bingo card. Nope. So, yeah, he had a hell of a season, but in my opinion, it's still underrated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost like Brandon Murtis's season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so good that you can kind of be like, oh, well, it's rated. But, just both of those guys are animals. There's a couple of animals in here. All right, let's go to street stocks. I'll start with street stocks. My overrated is Cody Potter because he only shows up once. I had to do a cop out. I'm sorry, because all the drivers I have is rated or underrated, and that's the only one I could make an argument. Sorry, Cody. Rated.
If you want to do that, then my overrated would be Michael Olson because he shows up one night, blows a motor. You too.
Whoa. All right. Beth, I can't wait for the hot sauce game. Seriously, you better be packing like this. For rated, I got Josh Gehrig. I think based off of last year, that's kind of where I expected him to be, on the verge of being underrated. And unfortunately, I did not put a driver in my underrated because of just how successful it was this year, and he was just so good. I want to share the spotlight with someone else. I wanted to put Brandon Murderson as underrated, but instead I went with Robbie Olson, because where did that feature win come from? And 1 win, 5 top 5, 7 top 10s out of 8 features. I think that was a very underrated performance this year. Michael.
Unlike you, I did put Brandon Martis as underrated because he was bad to the bone this year.
Yep.
I as well went Josh Gehrig rated.
Okay.
I went Terry Hilgendorf overrated. He didn't make every race, but when he did, you probably should have kept your eye on him because you were going to see something goofy happen.
Okay. And Beth.
I would say overrated Tristan Perron.
Perrin, okay.
Perron. I don't know however you pronounce it. I pronounce it how it's spelled.
Crash Bash.
Yes.
Sorry, Tristan. I love you, man. I love you.
He's a really cool dude, but
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Rated, I have Robbie Olson.
Okay.
Underrated, I have Mark Baker.
Mark Baker. Okay. I could see that. I could definitely see that.
I just want to say it's because I put a bet on him.
Yeah. Yep.
And you still lost the championship in bets.
Yep. She still finished 3rd out of 3. All right. I don't know. Oh, crap, the cat. Okay. Let's go to modified. So I think we explained our top 3 there pretty well. Our top 3 drivers there. So we'll go to modifieds. Michael, who do you have?
This was probably my hardest one, honestly.
Me too.
I went Scott Tubman overrated.
Okay.
We're not supposed to explain right now.
Oh yeah, you can if you want.
Okay, fine, I will.
Yeah,
I went overrated for Scott Tubman. He finished 5th in points. If there would have been 18 members, I don't think he would have finished in the top 10. I went Steve Mueller rated. Steve Mueller did Steve Mueller things.
Mm-hmm.
And I went Ben Godlewski underrated. He was kind of like the silent assassin. Like he kind of just ended up in the top 3, top 5, and had a really good year. So shout out to him.
Okay. Beth, who do you have for modifieds?
For modifieds, I have overrated Joel Crowbridge. Rated, I have Joel Seegert.
Senior, okay.
Yeah.
And underrated?
Every time I do a typo, I'm junior.
No, that's okay.
Ben Godlewski.
Ben Godlewski? Okay. I actually did not have anyone in my overrated because I was like, crap. And I was kind of seeing how you guys were going to do it. I pulled a Beth. Yeah, I would guess I would have to do Tubin. Based off of finishing 5th in this season, I didn't see that. But yeah. So overrated Tubin. Love you, Scott. Love watching. You are Mr. Excitement in the modifiers. Let me tell you that. I love watching your race. Action happens around him. Rated, I went with Mueller because Mueller's going to do Mueller things. And I actually went with Joel Crowbridge underrated.
Yeah, I was going to say this is my advocate to kick Beth off the show when Joel Crowbridge is overrated.
Yeah, like dude was the Mark Baker of the modifieds. No wins, but he was right there always. If Mueller and Sear got together, or Hugh and
but that's the reason I put it there. Just no wins. I guess from all I heard from Michael up talking to him, I guess I would have expected to win.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Bandits.
Dude, Michael just hates me.
I don't think it's just Michael. I said it for the joke. I don't actually believe that.
Show right now. Why did I ever say yes?
I said it for the joke. Okay.
No. Nope.
Can't set me up like that. All right, so Bandits, I got for overrated Tiny Horse Johnson, rated Craig Cruiser, and underrated I put Kerry Wilms. So yeah, we'll go to Michael. I didn't explain each of them, but I'll do that at the end.
Overrated, I put Terry Davis. Rated, I put Dave McGillips. And underrated, I put Kevin Chasen.
Kevin Chasen. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Beth?
Overrated, I put Terry Davis. Rated, I put Kerry Wilms. And then underrated, I put Kevin Chasen.
Okay. I feel like I have the most spicy one here by putting the freaking legend of bandit racing at Wilmot, Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson, is overrated. Just because you expect him to win a lot. I mean, he got 2 wins, but it took him all year. And I guess it was more of, I couldn't really argue anyone else.
Yes, you could.
Like who?
Terry Davis.
Okay, explain why Terry Davis before Michael explains Terry Davis.
I mean, all the results, it's like, 10th, 12th, DNF, 12th, DNF. It's like, okay. So that's what got my vote for overrated.
Okay. Now, Michael, what's the real reason why he's overrated?
He finished 5th in points, and if 20 Bandits would have been members, he probably would have finished about 17th.
Okay. I put...
For me, Michael pretty much had the same reasoning.
I do want to say, while we're on the topic of Tiny Horse really quick,
Yeah.
You can call his season overrated, but there's one thing about that team that's not overrated, and it's their freaking ability to make jello shots. Because after taking about 40 to 50 plus of those this weekend, Jennifer Rooney has a gift.
Yeah, if you actually came over to the Tiny Horse McKellips Racing at the Fall Classic at Wilmot, they brought like 70 each night. I lost count how many I had. They're so good.
Yeah. Next time you see them, you'll have to ask about my claw machine going into their backpack all week.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, not speaking from experience,
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that Natasha Alt makes really good ones.
Yep. I think Natasha Alt makes the best jello shots as an open wheel sprint car team or an open wheel team.
Yes.
The parties at the Fenders. I'm sorry. I've seen the light. I know. I put Kerry Wilms as underrated.
He's a Fender driver now.
I identify as a Fender driver yet. Kerry Wilms I put as underrated. I mean, I know if there was going to be 20 cars, she wouldn't finish third. But there wasn't. There were 6. She finished in the top half with 3 top 5s. I think that's pretty underrated. And then Cruiser, I think rated. If we did this at the beginning of the year with his first win, which I didn't even know that was his first win, I would put him as underrated. But then once the second night and the third night and the fourth night, you're like, okay, this dude's fast, and that's why I have him rated. Anything else for the Bandit drivers for you guys?
Yeah, touch on yours once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she finished third. If there was 20 that signed up, she might not have, but I think she still would have been 6th through 8th, 9th.
Yeah,
like I think Harry is honestly pretty talented for her limited experience. I'd say she's a pavement layer. But I mean, that's for my other ones. I mean, Dave McCollum ran up front all year, did what you thought. Kevin Chasen, dude's still OG. I love that dude.
Oh yeah.
I stood next to him like 30 times this week, and he probably doesn't know who I am, but he's cool.
Go up to him and be like, can you see me as a caricature? Yes. Okay, you know me.
Here, let me put my glasses on real quick.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our last class here, which is the winged 604s. We'll start with Beth. Who is your rated, underrated, and rated?
So overrated, I have Ion Steer. Rated, I have CJ Malik. Underrated, I have Nathan Crane.
Ooh, okay. We have 2 of the same.
Uh-oh.
I went for overrated, BK. Sorry, BK. Rated, I put Nathan Crane. And underrated, I put CJ Malik. and that's actually the only or second champion that I put as underrated, because I did put Mueller in there, but I put him rated. But I put Malik underrated, and Michael, year 3.
Overrated, I went Ellie Hensley. Rated, I went CJ Malik, and underrated, I went Blake Cruiser.
Blake Cruiser, that's a good one.
I want to give honorable mention to Jordan Paulson. I originally had him in my underrated and Blake Cruiser my rated. But then I was like, I think Blake's more underrated than he is rated, and I needed a better rated option, and CJ kind of just fit the bill.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Overrated BK, because I mean, dude's an animal in a wing sprint car. I expected more from him this year, I guess. He got a win. He actually got a win during the points races instead of last year we just won the Fall Classic.
But then he won the Fall Classic too this year.
Yeah, so he's got 2 wins of the year. Man, you know what? Greg Olson, another shout. Not for overrated, but for maybe an underrated performance. But until he took an early retirement, should we say? I just expected a little bit more from BK.
Showed it.
Nathan Crane, never heard of him. Just grew up with him my whole life. He got a win. I put him in underrated, and then 9 features, 9 top 10s. So he every race top 10. Well, there's only 14 cars. Yeah, well, there's still people that missed out. So stuck on that. I just felt like you knew that he was going to be a 3rd through 6th place, 7th place car every night. So that's why I put my brother rated. And Malik, you just have to put it as underrated. Like that performance, it was so good. I feel like it's like the Max Verstappen kind of thing where it's like, oh, I'm just tired of this guy winning. Oh,
at least you didn't have to hear the Dutch national anthem every time.
Exactly, right? But I think it was because it was so good, people got tired of it pretty quickly. But it's just such an underrated performance of going 5 with 10 features. Please say 9, but 10 officially. It's just no one else did it. No one else did that. So that's why I got him. Michael, your 3 and why? Or why did you put your 3 in that order?
Yeah, I think at this point, it's nothing against Ellie Hensley. I just think you expect more out of her. And the class is so tight knit that it's hard to like really say this person's overrated, this person's rated, this person's underrated. Me personally, I think I expected a little bit more out of her this year. And at times she did show some of that. And she did miss a couple races, after she flipped and got hurt and everything. But yeah, she didn't quite put it all together. CJ Malik rated. Me personally, in my head, I kind of expected a big year. I think we kind of came into the year with intentions to dominate as much as we could. And as cocky as it sounds, I'd say we did that. Blake Cruiser, the results show it. I mean, how many times did he go fast time? He had 2 runner-ups. The speed's there. He's got to get the trust in the car down, and I mean he has a lot of wins coming.
Oh yeah.
To touch on yours though, other drivers might have got sick of CJ winning, but the fans didn't, because that place was Western every time he pulled the victory lane.
Oh yeah. Yep. Beth.
Ryan Steer, I guess I would have expected a little bit more out of him.
Okay.
I mean, obviously he still had pretty impressive results, but I just compared to last year, I would have expected more. CJ Malik, I expected CJ Malik to have a really good year this year, so didn't really surprise me. Yes, it's impressive, but didn't surprise me because I thought he was gonna do stuff like that. Nathan Crane, very impressive. First time in a wing car, gets the win, finishes consistent. So I don't know.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys, comment below who you think each driver that you'd want to put as an overrated season, rated season, and underrated season, wherever you're listening. Thank you guys so much. Truly, it's just so weird to see people at the track say, great show and stuff, and that, people are actually listening. So it's crazy. So we're going to take another ad break, and on the other side, we're going to be talking American Sprint Car Tour results and upcoming event. When the shop nights get long after a great result, or even a tough night at the track, or like now during this episode, nothing hits the spot like a cold Sprecher root beer. But it doesn't stop there. Sprecher's lineup goes way beyond the classic. My personal favorite, the Door County Cherry Soda, and the Honeycrisp Apple Soda. And there are still more flavors I haven't even tried yet. Sprecher's Brewery has been crafting award-winning soda and beer since 1985, right here in Glendale, Wisconsin. Stop in for a brewery tour, sample the goods, and experience the local flavor. And don't forget, November 17th, we are in the Sprecher's Tap Room for our second annual Benchies Awards Night. It's the perfect time to check them out. Now that this ad is wrapping up, I've cracked open another Sprecher soda, and I'm ready to talk more racing with you. All right, so we'll do the results from Windy Hollow, and then the Spoon River, and then we'll go into the game, and then we'll be done. I'll take out that hater one, and we'll just do that one another time. Okay. All right, welcome back to the Bench Racing Podcast. We are going to talk about the results of the American Sprint Car Tour at Windy Hollow. So Friday night, Chad Freeman from Tampa, Florida, went fast time. Your heat race winners were Donnie Gentry, Steve Thomas, and Chad Freeman. And then your top five in the feature on Friday night was Derek Crane, Mike Moore, John Gurley, Donnie Gentry, and Chad Freeman. And your hard charger was Jared Thomas from 14th to 9th. On Saturday night, I got Landon with me now, so if it sounds like I'm struggling, it's because I am. Qualifying on Saturday, Chad Freeman again went fast time. Your heat race winners were Mike Moore and Chad Freeman. And then your top five on Saturday was Derek Crane, Anthony Lohr, Donnie Gentry, Mike Moore, and Chad Freeman. And your hard charger was not a lot of passing on Friday or Saturday. Anthony Lohr went +2, Donnie Gentry went +2, and so did Alex Clute went +2. So there's that. And then the American Sprint Car Tour is going to Spoon River Speedway in Lewiston, Illinois for their final points night of 2025. Gates open at 3 p.m. Drivers meeting at 5:45. Hot laps at 6. Grandstands open at 4:30. Pit passes are $35. Kids 5 and under are free, and grandstands are $20, and kids 10 and under are free. And the classes are stock car, pro modifieds, kid modifieds, Hornets, American Sprint Car Tour, and B mods. And the kids mods are pretty cool. Those kids give it. So that's pretty cool. And now we are going to be playing a new game called Hot Sauce. So just trying to figure out different kind of games that we can play that are fun. So we have 3 hot takes, hot sauce, if you will. So we're going to say what it is, I should say. And then the other 2 people are going to rate it, if it's hot enough or not. And then from there, the person will explain why they think that. And then if we agree with them, then they get a point from each of us. So really, perfect score is 4 points. I actually have 4 in case there's a tie. And I don't know which one, if there's not a tie, which one I want to exclude, because I feel like they're both pretty good. So so all 3 of us are playing. Do we care who goes first?
Landon goes first.
I say Beth goes first.
Yeah, Beth goes first.
She's been spicy all episode.
Yeah. Show us what we're playing, or what we're going to be playing against.
I don't think these are good. I don't think these are spicy enough. I think just me saying whatever I thought was spicier.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tom Eller will never win.
I don't think these are spicy enough.
Came out with that 1-2 knockout. Jeez. All right, Michael. I think that's spicy.
I think it's spicy, but I don't think it's a hot take. I think it's spicy because of who said it. I don't disagree with it, though.
All right, we're going to give Beth 2 points there. Now explain why you don't think he will win.
First off, his mentality. He thinks he's the best driver out there, but you don't have the results to back it up. And just to see, I think you need to put some time into working into your stuff because it can't just be a one-man band when it comes to a sprint car team. You have to work on your own shit too. And he's been in this series for how long?
2017, I think, was his first race.
And how many top 10s has he had? A handful.
I'll let Beth or Michael score first if he agrees with that. I'll pass the buck here.
I mean, if you
Wow. Okay. That's a perfect score for Beth. She's got us all choked up. Yeah, that's a perfect.
I guess
score.
I was surprised to know that he has a handful of top 10s. Sorry.
Oh. Okay. So Beth has 4 points. Now it's my turn. All right. The people who have a problem with or expected me to win a bandit in the bandit proved that they are racist. And play on words with racist.
Nope, they're racist. Can you repeat that? That makes no sense.
The people who had a problem with or expected me to win in the bandit proved that they are racist. Is that spicy? Beth, you're shaking your head. No, you don't think it's spicy? Okay.
I think it's you trying to be funny. I don't find it spicy. I don't know. I get the play with. I don't think the play with words. I don't know. I don't get the thing.
I get it. I think it's spicy.
Okay. All right. So I got 1 point there, and now I'll explain. So what I mean by that is that there are people out there that think that the bandit drivers are in the talent pool, the bottom of the barrel. And I don't think they're at all the bottom of the barrel. I think if you took all the top drivers in every class, they are equally as talented. They're just in a different discipline of car. And a lot of people will put the worth of a driver based on how fast they can make one lap. Yeah, exactly.
I've gotten better.
Yeah, you've gotten better. That's true. So that's what I mean. So bandits means bottom of the barrel, and then 410 wing guys are like the cream of the cream of the crop. That's my take, my hot take. So agree or disagree?
I agree.
Boom. All right, I got 3. So now it's Michael's turn. Let's see what he comes up with.
I mean, for how I normally am, I think I probably could have been a lot spicier. I went pretty timid here. I had a long weekend. My brain wasn't firing on all cylinders. My first hot take is dry slick racetracks are far superior than heavy hammer down racetracks. Far superior.
Oh, far? You're putting an emphasis on far? Because if you say it's just better, I'm going to say that's not spicy. But because you said far, I will say that that's spicy. Beth, spicy or not spicy?
I could say it's spicy.
Okay.
I get that 3rd point for Landon thing is spicy too.
Yeah, I think you get a bonus because you got him even. All right. Any I mean, does that need to be explained? I guess. I mean, as a driver.
No, I'll gladly explain this one.
Yeah.
Because I watch these drivers and grandstand drivers on Facebook complain about dust and it's not entertaining and this and that. You show me a good race that happens on a qualifying or heat race track. I'll wait. I will wait until I am blue in the face for you to show me a good race that has happened on one. If you are in the group that goes to a dirt track and complains about dust, Jefferson Speedway is not that far away. Drive there every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
My backyard is dustier than Wilmot. They should go back there.
You're gonna see some real talent, some real racing back there.
Ooh, got that hooked up like a motocross track. Look at the photo I just sent. That's from my backyard.
Oh man.
One side's wiped off, one side isn't. If you can't notice.
I get sick of reading and listening to the too dusty comments because while you're sitting there watching through the dust, you're probably watching one of the best dirt track races you're going to see in a season.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree with you, Beth. You agree with Mike? She walks away. Really?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Wow. All right. So I'm losing 4-4-3. Now we're going back to Beth. What's your next spicy hot take?
My next spicy hot take is the quality of the IRA drivers has gone down.
Oh.
Okay, that's spicy as
Yeah.
What, IRA 410s or wingless?
Yeah, wait. We can't. So it's spicy, right? So we can't ask any questions because.
Oh yeah, it's spicy.
Yeah, that's spicy. Okay, yep, you got 2 points there. All right, now explain. And now to Michael's question, IRA as a whole, which is all three divisions, or just the wing cars?
IRA 410s.
Disagree.
Disagree.
Heavily.
Yep, 100% disagree.
Well, I didn't give my reasoning.
Okay.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. My reasoning is good. I think that the IRA 410 drivers, the quality of them has gone down. I believe that a bunch of the drivers have raced all over. They race all over and they go to cherry pick pretty much. A bunch of the drivers do. But you can see a handful of them. Like everyone expects to be like the next Baylog. And the people that go to that series have proven that they can win in other series, and they just go there to get a championship under their belt for sponsors.
Disagree.
The more you talked, the more I disagreed.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Because by your logic, you are saying that the talent of the IRA was on Bill Baylog. Give me one other driver that left the IRA besides Bill Baylog.
Skyfield.
And he came back because he couldn't succeed elsewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Next driver.
I'm sorry. I got to prove you wrong so bad right now. I'm sorry.
I got more that can prove this wrong too when you're ready.
Well, okay, and then so technically the whole thing, it could all go for like the IRA as a whole, I guess, if you wanted to put it like that. Because I think for the wingless drivers, I think the quality of the wingless drivers has gone down. You can see like with a bunch of the wingless drivers, it's just people that buy stuff that's cheap off marketplace and they go out there and they can't race. I think that there's not a lot of close battles anymore in wingless. You'll have Cook's House and Tim Cox and Adam Taylor.
If you would have based this strictly off of IRA wingless, I probably would have agreed with you.
I would agree too. And it's not we're not slamming the guys that are there. It's just, yeah.
I mean, you know, like you think about it. Think of the guys in IRA wingless that have left in recent years: Clayton Rossman,
Chris Dodd,
Jimmy Sivia, Ryan Marshall, Jordan Madsen.
What do those 5 drivers have in common, Beth?
They're all champions.
Yeah, I was gonna say something funny, but
you could say something. Go ahead, say something funny.
No.
But I want to go back to the 410 deal here.
Yeah.
We just watched a guy win a championship that did not win a single feature.
And the guy that finished second in points won 4.
Mm-hmm.
And Blake Nemi still 97 points ahead. That is
so he didn't cherry pick nothing.
Yep.
If he would have,
I was more so talking like Joel Myers Jr. and then like
yep.
But he's not a regular 410 driver.
Yeah.
Or Newman.
A regular IRA driver.
Yeah.
He was an IRA regular. until the end of the year. He stopped running with the IRA regularly at the end of the year. But Jake Newman didn't win every single week. Jake Newman, if he won 2 races a year, he was lucky.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go down.
That's like saying Logan Julian left 360s to go cherry pick 410 wins.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Beth has 2 because of how spicy it was, but no more because we agreed. We didn't agree. All right. So now it's my turn. So I made this and then fact checked it. Okay. So I made this opinion. I fact checked it, whatever. For the people that say that the Wing 604 cars are slower than the 410s, the wingless cars are just as far away from USAC.
I agree.
It's spicy.
Yeah.
I got one there at least. Michael?
I'm trying to think. I didn't fact check this. Since you fact checked it, I believe you.
Yeah.
I would have thought that the wingless cars were further away from USAC than the Wing 604s are from the IRA.
Yeah. So is it spicy?
Yeah, I think so, because I think we're directly calling out a certain group of people.
Yeah. It's spicy because that's all you hear. Oh, the Wing 604s are slower than the winged 410s. Well, yeah. Well, the wingless are just as far away. Then I fact checked it. So the last time that USAC was here at Wilmot Raceway, fast time in the USAC was 13.980, and the wingless fast time that night, because we got to use that night, the track surface the same, right? That night was a 15.236, which is a gap of 1.256 slower. Then I went to the most recent race that we had at Wilmot, where the IRA were there, and the Wing 604s ran on the same surface, which was the Fall Classic. Fast time in the IRA was fast time in the 410 IRAs was 12.433, and the winged 604 fast time was 13.986, which is a gap of 1.56 or 1.553. So saying that it's just as slow, I mean, obviously a little bit off. The wingless are a little bit closer, but not by much. I mean, a quarter of a second. You're not going to see that. So, you guys agree with me or not?
I agree.
Boom. All right. Nice. All right. Michael.
Okay. Bring back 2010s era Wilmot.
Bring back 2010. What was that?
2010s era Wilmot. So like 2012 through 2016, 17.
Oh man. So is that spicy?
I don't think that's spicy.
I'm sorry. I think I can agree with you. Whatever but I just no. Okay. So Beth says no. I will say yes. That's spicy because I'm trusting that Michael's explanation is going to make it spicy.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Grandstands, cool. Facility upgrades, cool. Getting with the times, cool. $6 beers, not cool. 3-division nights, not cool. $6 hot dogs, not cool. $10 really cheeseburgers, not cool. Pissed off fans, pissed off drivers, not cool. Why can't we get back to the glory days? And I'm not saying specifics of it. Like when I say bring back 2010s era, like I'm not saying I want to see weekly street stock modifieds,
Bring back
4-cylinders, blah blah blah. Like I want to see what the classes that we have. You prove that you can run 5 divisions in a night and get done at a decent time at the Fall Classic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Take those 5 divisions, or well 6. I'm sorry, we have 6 core divisions now. Take those 6 divisions and do race freaking weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Race weekly. Make a championship about 18 nights again, not 6.
Yep. With rainouts or without even rainouts.
Right. Like the Lightning Express had 5 nights to decide a champion. That's bogus as hell.
Yep.
So you can take your 6 divisions and say, okay, we're going to put everybody on the schedule every Saturday, and then in order, we're going to pull each class off in a row. So first night off is the Bandits, next night off Street Stocks, next Modifieds, next this, and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Bring that back. Bring back the junior fan club. Bring back all the that you used to do to get everybody happy to be at the racetrack every week, and not pissing and moaning on Facebook telling you how bad you're doing instead of going there and seeing.
Boom. You're halfway through your point, and I already marked you down. Yes, I 100% agree with you.
I agree.
Boom. Yes. Did you see with Wilmot with that question, like what do you want to see? And someone said weekly 410 winged sprint cars.
Because it's probably somebody that was there from 2007 to 2015 that saw weekly 410s there.
Yep.
Granted, now it's too hard to obtain because of the cost of racing and the fact that IRA is so close.
Yep.
But they're not wrong.
Yeah. I said we can only hope for that, literally. And you don't need to pay what the IRA pay a weekly. Like, okay, so yeah. 15. Yeah, if you did 15. Ow. I forgot I had headphones on. I just hit him in the head. I think if you did 1,500 to win and like 350 to start, that would keep. Yeah, I know. We can cry about it. You could keep like the Spits and Maligs and INC would probably come back. Like you'd have a whole nother drive. You'd have a whole nother group of guys racing, and I'm sure every now and then, especially like before the World Outlaws, you get some of the IRA guys to come down and practice or whatever. And they're going to obviously, as Beth said, cherry pick, right? But
that would be considered cherry picking, essentially.
Yep. But that would give, again, I think that's why there's two things that now that I've been traveling, I can kind of see a little bit more why it's kind of been a backstep at Wilmot. One, you isolated the fans from the drivers. Any track that we've raced at with the American Sprint Car Tour, the stands are packed, especially if they open up the track gate while you're in victory lane and people run out there. 100% packed. They don't have victory lane over by the bathrooms anymore. The victory lane is so far in the infield that it's hard to see. And I sit right behind the flag man, third row up, and it's hard for me to see. It's, so yes, 100%. I 100% agree with you. All right, Beth, your last one here.
Adam Taylor will go down as one of the greatest wingless drivers there is.
That's spicy.
I'm gonna say it's too true to be spicy.
Oh, too true to be spicy. Because I put it down as in anyone after cannot. I mean, I just went off the wingless tab, but like 8 features, rookie champion, 8 features. The most, I think that's the most one driver's ever won in Wisconsin wingless history.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Zelski had 7 in 1 year. So, oh man, now I'm kind of second guessing myself because now it's kind of like who else could do that?
But you have to remember, she said one of the greatest.
One of. Okay, you know what? You said one of. Nope, that's not spicy enough.
No, because Zelski had 1 away from him.
No, if you would have said he is the greatest driver, I would have been like, that's spicy. But because you said one of, no, not spicy enough.
That's exactly what I based mine off of.
Yep. All right. Now let's see if we can agree with you. Now talk.
Wording is important.
Yeah. Now explain why.
I think obviously going from a midget to midgets are very powerful. I think going from a midget to a great wingless sprint car, I think it's pretty impressive. Your first year going 8 wins, God knows how many heat race wins. Just he has the results to back him up to show that he will go down as probably the greatest wingless driver there is.
Now you change it to now the greatest. Okay, now I can agree. I can agree with you with that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know how to word it without being yelled at.
Don't worry about people yelling at you. You just have Landon yelling at us right now. Whee!
I think yeah. I mean, going down Rookie of the Year, champion, just he's going full swing.
I mean, he is the first driver to win a championship in his rookie year. It's always been Rookie of the Year. Next year's been the championship. So,
well, I also know that not gonna name who, but I'm sure you could probably figure it out. Though. But I've heard that there's like a driver that's like, oh, Adam Taylor should let other people like try to win. And then what's the point of racing if you're just letting others win?
Exactly. As a race car driver, you don't show up to the racetrack to let somebody else win.
nope. Just like CJ. CJ dominates. Well, everyone else had the opportunity to dominate, and he's picking it up. So he should. Yep.
Picking up everyone else's slack.
Yep. All right. So Beth didn't get the spicy, but she did. Did you say that you agree with her?
Oh, I 100% agree.
100%. Okay.
I think it's
All right.
unfortunate that, based off the last Facebook post I saw from him, that we might not get to see just how far he can run this.
Oh yeah, the rumor. Oh yeah, let's just say I have a feeling he's going to be a thorn in my side next year. So, oh yeah, thanks. At least I got to see like how good he is, so I can actually chase him. All right, so I have two here. Which one do I want to do?
Well, let me just make sure we have the same score because you said we're supposed to keep track of our.
Yeah. So Michael, you have 7. I have 7, and Beth finished with 8.
Okay, that's what I got.
Yep. Okay. All right, Landon. Okay, ready. Who? Okay, I'm gonna audible to my other one just because I feel like we kind of talked about this episode. We talked about both, but this one I want to do. If Seth Johnson did not have engine issues, he would have passed the most cars at Wilmot Raceway. Spicy or not?
Spicy.
I don't want to call it spicy because I don't like it.
I mean, we can. Well, that you had a spicy, and we agreed. Spicy, yes or no, and then I'll explain.
No.
No, she's just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm about to say she's just playing the scoreboard now.
It's
Okay, I'll explain. So, not digging too far deep, but Seth Johnson passed 38 cars, literally the first 70% of the season at Wilmot. If he didn't have those engine and fuel issues, he would have continued that, and he would have surpassed Brandon Murtis, which of course I don't have the stat up right now, but it's like 58 cars. So he would have had to pass another 20 cars. I think that if he didn't have those engine issues the last 30% of the season, he would have beat Brandon Murtis's hard charge.
The issue with Seth Johnson is he does like the opposite of what Bryce Andrew does. Bryce Andrew, he does really good in the beginning of the night and then sucks in the future. Where Seth Johnson sucks in the beginning of the night and then does really good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're anti each other. So you would agree with me? You would agree with me, Beth?
Yeah.
All right, Michael, do you agree?
I'm gonna sound like I'm playing the scoreboard again. I really don't want to sound like that, but I don't. I think because like I feel, if I remember correctly, it was starting to taper off. Like he got to like upper 20s, 30s really fast, and then it tapered off, and then he started having the engine issues.
Yeah, well, I also think it's hard not to pass cars when you start in such a sucky spot, but then you start with people that don't have the pace that you would in the feature. So it's hard not to pass cars in the feature if you have a better car than people.
But
Yeah.
I also disagree because there were nights that he didn't have to start in the back. There was a night they started on the pole. There was nights they started in the top 10. Brandon Murtis had to start in the 5th row every single night because of the way the points worked. The lineups worked off based off of points. So
Okay.
I don't think he would have caught Brandon. And I'm not playing the scoreboard.
Okay, no, that's fair. You argued your point, right? Okay. And Michael, what's your last one?
I don't think it's good enough to catch you and beat you, anyways. I think I'm gonna get the spicy. I don't think I'm gonna get the agree. IRA 410s at Wilmot are much better to watch than World of Outlaws at Wilmot.
I think that's spicy. Beth, you think that's spicy? Okay. All right, now explain.
I feel that Wilmot gets to a point on track conditions that it gets too wide. With the rumor of the wall going up all the way around, I think that would help maintain it better. But every time the Outlaws come, the track gets so wide that it either A, it's everybody on a huge cushion up top, or B, everybody rolling the tires down low. And you don't get that super great quality of racing. When the IRA comes, you don't have as many guys that are willing to run the cushion over the berm or put the right rear against that extra 66 feet of wall in turn 3. I think if you look at the last 5 IRA features compared to the last 5 World of Outlaws features at Wilmot, and you showed it to just a random person that understood racing but didn't know like
the cars,
classes, series, etc. Then you show them highlights of the last 5 IRA. I'm just using 5 as a hypothetical, but the bulk of if you showed them 10 of each at Wilmot, you're going to get more thumbs up to IRA races than you are the thumbs down to World of Outlaws races.
As much as I hate to say it, I agree with you.
I agree.
And with that, Michael wins by 1 point. 11 with Michael, 10 with me, 8 for Beth. I will say though, I will say that I feel that the World of Outlaws are slightly more overrated, and the IRA is on the borderline of underrated to rated with the racing at Wilmot. So that's why I can agree with you. Like, you go, these are the best drivers in the country, and you watch them, and it's like, all right, so the top 5 started first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and they finished.
I think every time the Outlaws come, you're expecting to see a race that you would see at like Huset's or
Eldora,
Chico.
Yeah,
Eldora's boring as hell, honestly.
It is.
Knoxville, boring as hell.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about non-wing sprint cars at Eldora.
Yes, that's entertaining.
Yeah,
that is entertaining. But like when you like, everybody likes to. I love the World Outlaws. I will choose Outlaws over High Limit any day of the week. If Outlaws, IRA, and High Limit are all on TV on the same night, I'm watching Outlaws. But I feel like when they come to Wilmot, everybody wants to think they're going to see a race like they would watch at Huset's or Chico or
a barn burner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which they get tons of those a year.
Yeah, I think that the wingless, the best shows of the year at Wilmot are Outlaw Nights with the wingless. Or for like the wingless series overall.
When they run the wingless feature before the Outlaw feature.
Yep. Yeah. But if they're after, no.
It's a tire rolling.
I think when it comes to Outlaw Night, wingless puts on a better show than the Outlaws do.
No. Not this year. I think if we did barn burners per capita year, I think it would probably be there's some in 2018, there's some in 2020, there's a few in 2019, but I really think they hit the stride in 21 and 21, 22, 23, and a little bit of 24 had some barn burners. But I would disagree with you that the wingless put on a better show than the Outlaws. Because if that's the case, why are we racing for $600 and they're racing for $10,000?
Because they have more funds than we do.
But yeah. All right. So again, congrats to the champ.
Don't say that ever again, please.
I'm so good at what I do.
He is so good. Now, to top this episode off, what if, just hypothetically, money's no option, everyone shows up who's 100%, or we don't have any of these people that go, oh, well, the Outlaws are coming, so we're not racing. I'm just saying, what if they had a huge, like and not necessarily at Wilmot, I don't care where, but let's just say at Wilmot.
Damn it.
They had all the 100%, all their IRA guys show up, all of the World of Outlaw guys show up, and all the high limit guys show up. And your heat races that put you in the feature, you only raced against your series. So, like, let's just say, so you'd have 3 heats of the IRA, you have 3 heats of the World of Outlaws, and you'd have 3 heats of the high limit. So your first, second, third would be the winners from each series, and then all your set. That would be a barn burner. I would pay $50 to watch that.
That would be a fun topic.
Yes. That would be, maybe that's what I should comment on the, because I put on Wilmot's, what do you want to see? I said USAC sprint cars, USAC midgets, and the high limit.
Okay, so actually, TJ, this is funny. TJ sent me the thing. TJ sent me the screenshot, and he was like, "What would you like to ski, Beth?" I'm like, "Oh my god, USAC midgets." He's like, "USAC sprint cars." I'm like, "I think we should do a USAC midget and sprint car race at Wilmot."
Yeah, double header, like the same night.
Same night, double header.
USAC cars are there. Yeah, that would actually be really good. Will they? Probably not, but that would actually be really spicy, because then they wouldn't. The USAC guys all those guys would bring second cars to all the midget drivers, to double dip, and same thing with the midget. Yeah, that would be spicy. But yeah, that'd be a good topic. That's going to be on the barn burner, or the back burner, barn burner. That barn burner is going to be on the back burner for another episode, because that would be actually pretty cool. The IRA versus the World of Outlaws versus the high limit in its own heat races to put you in the main and see who the best of the best actually is. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap up this episode, but before we go, and real quickly, we're going to take our how we deal with haters. We're going to put that on another show too, because it's already been an hour and a half. So we're not doing that topic, but next episode, when we record, it's our impersonation episode. Heck yeah. Beth was bragging about how she already had everything set up. She's ready. So we're doing it. Then next time you hear us, we're not going to be each other. We're not going to be ourselves. So it's going to be
strange people.
You're going to know who I am real fast.
Shut up.
Yeah. And you'll know Beth is not the person she says she is. Oh man, this is gonna be a barn burner. We have no idea what the topics are. Because
should I say them right now?
No. We post that after, so that people are enticed to come.
You guys, send it to you guys, so you guys.
Send it to us. Yeah. So that's that. We can't wait for this one. This has probably been the most hyped up episode that we've been we're so excited to do. So it's gonna be fun. But that's it for this episode of the Bench Racing Podcast. We thank you for spending your time with us and look forward to talking more racing with you next week. Until then, peace out, Girl Scout.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
It's the ultimate ride. It's the all night.